Hello everyone, this is part one of the Kulabyte DVR software tutorial. This tutorial is going to show you the simple way to download the software onto your MacBook computer. And in part two, we're going to show you actually how to run or use the software. First thing you want to do is make sure that you have access to the internet. Then select your browser, whether it's Safari, or Google Chrome or Firefox. So for this purposes, I'm using Google Chrome. What you want to then do is type in the URL or the address to the FTP server, which is ftp://secure.worldchangers.org, and press enter. Then it's going to ask you to log in, and of course use the username and password that was provided for you. Then click log in. Then of course you're going to see an index of folders where you can access information. Now for the satellite churches, you would go to satellite church operations. You can also get to this easily by just typing the full address as you see at the top, making sure that you do /satellite church operations, and it'll take you directly to this folder. Now in this directory you'll find information technology, and what we're looking for is software, the software folder. And within the software folder you're going to see the Kulabyte DVR software, and that's what we want to focus in on right now. So just go ahead and single click that. You don't have to double click. Now you're going to see a series of files, about 5 files in here. So what we want to do is download each of these files individually. So what you want to do is hold down the control button and then click the file and then do save link as. And then what we want to do is leave the name of each file as is, but then you want to determine where you want to save it. So what we're going to do is on the desktop, we want to save the files onto the desktop. Now what we want to do is, before we actually save the files, let's go ahead and create a new folder. Here's where you click new folder, name it Kulabyte DVR software, create, and you'll see that on the desktop there's a folder created that we created. Now what we want to do is go ahead for this first file, click save. Okay, to verify that we created a folder, here it is. You minimize that screen that we just saw, and then here's your folder. You can double click that and then you'll see the file that we just downloaded. So I'm going to close this for right now and locate my web browser again. So usually it's going to be right here in your right. So again, we're going to do the same for all of these files. You just hold down control, click save link as, same location. Remember not to change the files. Go to your third file, same thing. Okay, fourth file, save link as, and then we go to our fifth file, save link as, and there you have it. Okay, you'll notice the 5 files that we downloaded here. So for right now, let's minimize this screen. Let's double click our folder, and here you have all of the files. So now what we want to do is go to the instructions. This basically shows you what to do. We've already got up to this part, number 2, which is copy the destination folder or files into the folder on our laptop. So now what we want to do is make sure that we have Adobe Air installed on our computer. So you would go to highlight this file, this link here, and then go to your web browser. And if you double click or single click, it should highlight that for you so you can easily navigate to this site. then what you would want to do is click download now. Now, for this purposes, I've already downloaded this onto my computer, but you may not have it on your computer. But what you would want to do is click download. You're going to see this file, or excuse me, this window come up in here down at the bottom where it says, do you want to discard or keep this file? We know this is a trusted site, so just go ahead and click keep. Now, what we want to do at this point is double click Adobe Air 2. Or Adobe Air. Now on my computer it says parentheses 2 on there because I already have this file on here. So what you would want to do is go ahead and double click the installer and follow the instructions that's given to you to install. So you click open and then wait for the instructions, and of course this is giving me a message again letting me know that I already have this installed on my computer. But it's very simple. Just go ahead and on your computer install the files, and then after it's installed you can go ahead and begin the rest of the tutorial, or follow the rest of the tutorial. So now what we want to do is get rid of this Adobe Air. This is the installation files. We don't need this on the desktop anymore. You can go ahead and hold it and click eject, which is basically getting rid of it off of your desktop. So now what we want to do is go to step number 5, which is copy the Kulabyte DVR config file. This is very important. Now, in order to do that, what we want to do is copy it and put it in another folder. You want to keep it here, but also you want to put it in the proper folder for the Kulabyte software to work. So what we want to do is single click this file, the Kulabyte DVR underscore config.html file. Go to edit, copy, then right here go to documents, and then what you want to do is paste item. And this is it right here. You don't have to rename it or do anything for it. You don't have to double click the file to try to open it. Just leave it as is. So for right now we're going to minimize it. Okay, now basically that's it. You've installed the files for the actual software. Now what we want to do is actually run the software after we've actually installed it. So now in part 2 you're going to see where I actually show you how to now take the file and actually run it on your computer. So that was very easy. So hopefully this was very helpful to you.